Today, we're going to be talking about Elon Musk's recent comments made in an interview where he said remote workers are living in la la land. He's saying it's bullshit. It's not moral how remote workers get to sit in the comfort of their own home while other people everyday people have to drive somewhere, work in a factory, work in grocery stores, on their feet, on their hands, whatever. And it's way too easy for remote workers. And I'm going to explain why he's wrong here. Before I get into that, remember to book a free 15-minute call with us to teach you how to become overemployed or even how to get your first remote job. Completely free consultation. You can book that in the description box or pinned comment down below. Okay, so why do I think Elon Musk is wrong here? So to some extent, he is right. So remote workers definitely do have it easier, right? It's comfortable, it's comfy, they get paid well, and they do avoid a lot of typical obligations that you would have working in an office or in a factory. You don't have to do that. You get to miss the commute. There's a lot of benefits, obviously, working remotely. But the thing I think he's missing here is he doesn't realize how many people do work at companies or organizations that aren't as productivity or business oriented as Elon's company. So Elon has a track record for being extremely performant and efficient. So Tesla, SpaceX, basically every company Elon works with is extremely efficient and they get things done really quickly. So all the workers there understand that they're working there for a combined mission. Every employee there is pursuing that mission, whether it's getting electric cars to be mainstream or whether it's getting humans on other planets other than Earth, right? And that's understood internally in those employees, and they work overtime, they work extra hours, and they genuinely want to deliver good results for their company. So I think that's where Elon ends up being a little wrong here, because he doesn't realize that he's using his own perspective of how he runs his companies, and he's trying to place that onto other companies. But the reality is there's a lot of companies out there, and most of you, and even me and other people that work for big corporations, a lot of these people don't have this mission. They don't feel that same type of ambition to help their company and deliver that type of value. They don't really care if they're working for a boring business to deliver some new feature. It's not as important. And to some extent, that's okay, right? Because a lot of people aren't going to have that. Not everybody's going to have that crazy ambition like workers do at Tesla or SpaceX, right? And that has to be understood. And the thing is, if you don't work remotely for a lot of these kind of more boring companies, people have so much downtime in the office, and managers or executives don't even punish it or look to remove it. And that's why remote work shouldn't be considered morally wrong, because in the office, a lot of us would just be doing nothing anyways, right? People take downtime watching YouTube videos, scrolling Reddit, whatever, and they're not actually productive just because they're at the office. Now, would that be the case for a Tesla employee or a SpaceX employee? Probably not. They would be working, right? They wouldn't just be goofing off or spending time scrolling social media at work. But that's not the case for a lot of typical companies, the mainstream ones. Like most Fortune 500 companies, you're not going to be working your ass off like that, right? And there's no extra productivity if they do bring that to the office, because you're still just going to be pretending like you're working. You're not actually going to be working 8 hours a day. Meanwhile, a Tesla employee or SpaceX employee might actually full well be doing that, using every single minute to their advantage to produce value. So all in all, Elon's kind of right here, but his perspective is kind of based on how he thinks companies should be run. And I don't think he realizes that, or maybe he does, but he doesn't think it should be this way, that other companies and executives don't push the same type of work environment that he does. And even if employees do get brought back into the office, they won't be any more productive. So them being remote is just as fine and just as productive as them being in the office. If you guys agree, or if you have any other opinions, leave a comment down below, and remember to subscribe to the channel. See you next time.